Welcome back to Network Africa. The Salah celebrations are usually a time when there is a bustle of activities, especially in the markets, as people prepare delicious meals to share with family and friends, and I guess they also buy gifts. Sadly, the recession was announced a couple of weeks here in Nigeria before these celebrations, but it has it affected celebrations? Has it affected preparations? And what really, who really gains from these celebrations going on? Channels TV's business editor, Bosun Amofaye, joins me now to answer these questions. Bosun, thanks for joining us on the program.
Yes, you're talking about celebration economy.
Yes, and you're here at work, so I suppose you're not celebrating with family and friends yet after work?
We're at work. We love our families as well.
Yeah, but who really benefits from this celebrations?
I think we know that there are two. The celebrations in this part of the world benefit the informal economy a little bit more than the formal economy. And the formal economies, you have the banks, the insurance, the financial services, the oil and gas, workers are on holiday. So the big businesses, so what we call the formal economy, is on holiday. But the informal economy benefit, which is transportation, food, agri, domestic products and things like that, and food and drinks. So those who are in the business of cattle or shepherding and fish and what have you. So it's a bit of the informal economy that benefits more from this. Those who are artisans, the tailors and hairdressers, like you had a nice hairdo now.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the makeups and things like that. Ladies wearing some new shoes. So folks who go to, I don't want to use the word bend down low markets to make some, just so everybody to look happy, visit some places of interest in the theaters and things like that. So celebrations, holidays like this in Nigeria do benefit the informal economy a little bit more than the formal economy. The formal businesses are closed.
Yeah, and do you think that the present economic recession may have put a damper on celebrations?
Somehow, not based on what I see. If you use Lagos as a poster boy of Nigeria, of course things have been a little bit tough before now, whether we like it or not. We started the year with the petrol scarcity and the wild volatility in price of diesel and kerosene and gas, domestic gas, IPG. I mean, so it's been a little bit a wild ride so far. But if you look at how things had been, you look at it will be worse than where we are now. But definitely not yet. So, you know, Nigerians take religious holidays very seriously. So folks must have made some savings. As bad as you think are, folks might have been making a susu, whatever contributions, 100 naira a day, 1,000 naira a day, hoping that yes, by this holiday in September, you'll be surprised how many thousands of naira Nigerians have saved in months and weeks ago.
And they have also taken care of their responsibilities despite having to also celebrate. But you notice there's one major feature when festivities, especially in Nigeria, prices of goods and services go up.
Well, people expect it. I think it's a cycle that we're all used to by now. Folks believe that by this time, of course, after you go to Christmas and what have you, transportation will go higher. So folks are prepared for that. Beans, rice, flour, whatever will go high. So folks seem to be prepared for that. Nigerians are known to have prepared for such what you call cyclical price increases because of holidays, because they know that folks want to make a little bit of gain, so folks tend to also save a little bit more to cover that and just make sure the family is happy.
Yeah, but will there actually be a loss if prices don't go up?
Well, if things stay low for an extended period, then you begin to see things biting really hard on both the seller and the buyer side. For now, we all know that as soon as those who are buying comes back from the holidays, they put on higher prices also on their own commodities as well. So it's you take it on me, I take it on you, we come back, I take my money back. So that's the system we run here. And it's a very interesting informal economy we run here. 85–90% of us, we believe that if you take money from me because I come to do my hair, a nice hairdress from you, well, by the time you come to buy tomato, I'm going to put a little bit of naira on top of it because I'm going to take it back from you. And we all seem to be really nice and happy moving forward.
Bosun, thanks
but some things need to change.
Yeah, definitely. Some things really need to change so that we could all benefit from the celebrations.
Yeah, well, so that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks a lot, Bosun. Thank you. Well, we're smiling this part of the world, but Tanzania is not. It's still dealing with the after effects of a 5.7 magnitude earthquake that struck on Saturday in the northwestern region of Kagera. It's been described as the worst to hit the country in the last 10 years. The country's prime minister has visited one of the towns in the region and ordered an assessment of the impact to see how the central government can help. While that is going on, correspondents on the ground say it's not clear yet what will happen now or what sort of help is needed there. Meanwhile, residents of Kaduna have reported another earth tremor in the early hours of today, barely 24 hours after the first was reported at Nok Village, 20 kilometers from Sabang-Dagi, Jabi local government area, where the tremor was felt this morning. Details are still unclear as to the real situation on the ground, but reports say the second vibration occurred around 4 this morning and residents scampered for safety. The state government is calling for calm to allow proper assessment of the situation and has reportedly made a formal report to appropriate authorities for investigation of the development. These events happening in Africa at this time are a bit strange but not out of place, so environmentalists are saying. One of them joins me now, Prince Lekon Fadino. Thank you for joining us on Network Africa, Prince Fadino.
Thank you.
Is it out of place to ask why this is happening now?
Well, I believe that one of the problems that we have to face is the reality that the climate change is with us, both locally and globally, and we cannot run away from that. I think the issue that we need to start addressing basically is what can we do, and this is where the knowledge issues is clear in my is so important.
You said, should we possibly expect more incidences like this?
Well, you see, nobody knows tomorrow. The issue of incidences are there. We cannot run away from it. But what I'm trying to say is that based on what we have, we should do something to avoid it. And the only way to start avoiding it is to try and key in climate compatible into our development programs. And that also involves that everybody must work. There must be collaboration between the Ministry of all the ministries that are involved. Ministry of Environment, Planning, Energy, Science, and so on. Because at the end of the day, we need to start asking ourselves, whose interests are we protecting? Is the interest of our people. And our people have no color other than if anything that is wrong, that is not right, then we are sick. So which means we must address ourselves and face the situation.
Prince Fadino, I'd like to explore that aspect a little bit because these are natural occurrences. How can we minimize the risks and the impact?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
How can we minimize the risks and the impacts from these incidences that we're experiencing, the earthquakes and the earth tremors?
Well, first and foremost, we need to take people away from that area. It has affected some people. So that means it has given us a signal. So we need to move people out of that area because anything can follow thereafter. And then we need to put our heads together and get our experts to start to address how do we get here, what are the causes. And this is where I believe that knowledge, and when I talk about knowledge now, I'm talking about the need for science, the need for us to find out the why, the how, and what we can do.
And
so we need to take steps.
Okay. You talked about steps. Do you want to quickly talk about that?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Do you want to quickly talk about the steps that you're trying to explain?
Well, what I mean by taking steps is this. Look, there must be a collaboration. There must be what you call climate compatible development. And that means in our process of development, we must start addressing the problem of climate change. Nigeria is part of the global world. And we must play a key role as we are doing at the moment, and then to start to seek information as how other people address these challenges.
Prince Fadino, thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. And when the program does return, illegal miners trapped underground in South Africa, we'll have more on that. Please join us again.